Right, okay. So let's go through on the online homework because of course you'll get different numbers. So when you are looking at an angle of elevation, you are imagining you are lying down on the floor here and you are looking up at that tree. Okay, so you are looking up at an angle of 18 degrees. The distance between where you are and the base of the tree is 32 metres, and you have to work out the height of the tree. Okay, so what you have got here is a right angle triangle. Okay, so if you are trying to find the height of the tree, let's call that H. This is the angle you've got. So what's this side named? Opposite. And what's this side named? Adjacent. So which trig ratio will you use? Tan. Brilliant. So it's just trigonometry. So okay, so tan 18 is equal to H over 32. So opposite over adjacent. What do you do with the number on the bottom? Brilliant. So 32 tan 18 equals the height. So what do you get for that?
10.3743028.
Okay, so to one decimal place?
10.4.
So 10.4. Are you happy with that one?
Yeah. I didn't realise it was just
It's just trig. But we need to be careful when you're looking at an angle of depression. Okay, so here, from the top of a vertical cliff, so this time you are lying on the top of a cliff, okay, and you are looking down that way. The angle of depression is this angle here. But if you've got this right angle triangle, you actually want to know this angle. So what will this angle here be? What do those two angles add up to? Because what are they? They're a right angle, aren't they? It's always going to make a right angle. So that's going to be 64. Or the other thing you might notice is, if you look at your alternate angles, that's 26 there. So this one here would also be 26. So you can either say it's a right angle and work it out, that's 64, or use the fact that that's an alternate angle, so it's 26. And whichever one you use, you'll get the same answer. So, from the top of the cliff, which is 94 metres, a boat is seen here. How far from the cliff is the boat? So you are looking at this distance here, okay? So I'm going to call that X. So let's go with the 64. What's this side called? And this side is called the opposite. So adjacent and opposite, which ratio? Brilliant. So tan 64 is equal to opposite over adjacent. What do I do now? Times it by the 94. So 94 tan 64 equals X.
190.7.
And you get 192.7. Okay, are you happy with that? I'm trusting your answers there. Okay, do you need to see the next page, or are you happy that that's enough? You do need to see the next page. Okay, I won't do that one. Tell me when. I will, but Sophie's just copying that.
No, I don't mean this one. There's another homework.
We'll see how we go for time.
Right. We've got 6 minutes.
Okay, so these are, I love this, these are
Harder
harder questions. Okay, a man 2 metres high. So the man is stood up this time. This time he's not lying down. He's stood up and he's 2 metres high. he observes the angle of elevation to the top of a building to be 66 degrees. And from where he's standing here, he can see the angle of depression to be 23 degrees. Okay? So, how tall is the building?
Wow. That could be like the X side.
What do you think you need to work out first? When you look at this top one, you've got an angle. You need to work out this section, don't you? And you need to work out this section. Would you agree?
That the bottom one's 2 meters.
Brilliant. We know that that little bit there is 2 metres. When we look at this, so we need to work this bit out here, but what's the problem here? We've got the angle, but we don't have either of those two sides, do we?
No.
So, we need to be able to work that out. So if we use the bottom one, we've actually got, if that's 23, what's that angle there? So what does that make?
Is it 67?
Brilliant, because it's a right angle, isn't it? So, if that's 67 degrees, and I know that the height is 2, I can use this right-angled triangle here to work out the distance from here to here, and that will be the same at that point there, won't it?
Yeah.
So, this is the adjacent.
Did you also just do a triangle above it?
Put it?
Didn't you do a triangle above
La-
it as well? No, the little one above it.
This one here?
Yeah, you could do that one as well.
Yeah, you could have used that one as well and gone that way, and you'll get the same answer. Okay, so here we're adjacent and opposite, so we're going to use tan. It does tend to be on the elevation and depression because you are either finding the height of something or the distance away from something. So it does tend to be that most times. So tan 67 is equal to x over 67.
67.
So 67 tan. Oh. Over 2. That's what my problem is. Right. 2 tan 67 equals x.
4.7.
So x equals 4.7. So we now know that this distance here is 4.7. So, now looking at your 66,